All right, so while he covers up that straw set there, you know, we were just talking, and obviously we're getting later in the season and stuff, and you guys know that I use a lot of waxed dirt, but there's an investment to that waxed dirt. There's an investment in not only money, I mean, it's kind of expensive to make, and time. It takes some doing to do it, make enough waxed dirt to do something with. And like we were talking, this is a great option if you don't want to have to mess with waxed dirt. All right, y'all, so welcome back to another one. So you guys been liking the set making videos, so today we're going to talk about the hay set, or straw set, whatever you want to call it. We'll call it a hay set. Anyway, this is Cody's go-to set. We caught coyote number 60 for him this morning. And primarily all hay sets this year. So this is obviously a set that works, and it works great in his location where he ends up with a lot of freeze and thaw, a lot of mud. This is a super weatherproof set. So, a little wildlife for y'all. And so anyway, he's gonna make this set. I'm gonna stand back, I'm gonna let him do his thing, and he's gonna show you how to make a set that has caught him 60 coyotes this year. So then after that, I want to throw up the drone. We kind of scouted this place out. We're setting on sign. We've got coyote scat just right there behind him. We're at an intersection point, and I'll throw the drone up, that way you guys can see. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and start. So hay set, obviously, so he's gonna set it in this drainage, in the grass, and pretty effective set. I also want to mention, while he's digging his trap bed out, you can see we're dealing with quite a little bit of mud, but we are set up on the west side of this whole situation, this kind of four-way intersection, and we're doing that simply because we have a prevailing northwest wind here. So not only are we on good location, but we are still playing the wind to our advantage. So anyway, he's gonna go ahead and dig his trap bed down there. He's digging his second trap bed. Cody likes using 2 traps with his hay sets. So he's going to dig 2 trap beds, and you know, they're roughly about 1.5 feet apart or so from each other. Nice trap bed there, and this is what we carried in. Nice bunch of straw here. You can use just as much as he wants to make the set. This is what he's using. He's using the Canine Extreme traps here. Got a nice 2-foot rebar anchor holding this good clay ground. So you can see he dug them trap beds down. He dug them down where that trap is still going to be, you know, the lowest point of this set. And obviously, with using rebar, you can see he's running real short chains. And what that does by running those short chains is that doesn't allow that coyote to pump that stake. If you got a real long chain, coyotes are notorious for pumping stakes, but they really don't have a chance to by using those short chains. And here's the important part. Getting that trap bedded super solid.
Cheat a little.
There you go. You can see he's working with his hammer there. He's manipulating the edge of that trap bed to where that jaw is going to be super tight. So Cody's running 3.5 pounds of pan tension. That's a pretty universal number here for a lot of us, and you know what that does is that allows that coyote to be committed to the set. You get those nice deep pad catches, and you know, it also you know, to some degree, it kind of eliminates some of the bycatch too. You know, for a lot of, you know, a squirrel or something could set on, you know, mess around that, and you're still not going to catch them.
Alright. I don't worry about the chain because it's all going to get covered up with straw.
With the straw, yeah. About everything's going to get covered. So there's the set. Right there, he's got 2 traps bedded, like I said, about a 1.5 foot apart from each other. Now, you don't use any pan plug or pan cover because he's going to use the straw
right
to cover it. So there's really no need for that because there's no chance of dirt getting underneath it.
So this is pretty fine straw that won't plug it up. Shake some of that smaller stuff out.
Like that finer stuff just right over the traps.
And I'll just get some scattered out here. Get it how we want it.
Now you kind of like me where you don't want just a super isolated area.
Right.
You want a big area,
yeah,
where they feel comfortable approaching it.
Yep.
Right. If you just had, you can see how much he's basically disturbing the area more or less. But you know, if he just had one little pile of straw there, just covering the traps, those coyotes, they may be a little cautious about approaching it. But you can see the area. I mean, he's working out, you know, a 6-foot area with this straw now. So those coyotes, they feel safe coming into it, basically. All right, so he's got 2 holes punched there. Put some bait down in there, nice chunky bait. He's putting it right down in that hole. He's actually using that stick to push that bait down in there. You want to make it to where they're having to work for it. Having to work for that bait to get it out. Cover it up a little bit, as per Illinois law there. Now he's gonna lure it up, and Cody likes a skunky lure. I can smell it right now. I'm downwind, so likes a nice skunky lure. You say you use the skunky lure all season, right?
All season, yep.
All season.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes I use a little coyote piss.
So we got his lure just right behind those 2 holes there, and he's just gonna put a little urine there.
Just right on it.
Just right on the center of it. So he's got, step back here, he got a lot going on with this set. We got a big eye appeal. It's straw against grass, so it does stand out quite a bit, but it's a big enough area that these coyotes are feeling comfortable. We got 2 bait holes, we've got lure, and we've got urine. So we've got everything going for us here. And you know, that obviously, like I said, he caught, I keep saying we, but he caught coyote number 60 this morning. So this is obviously a set that produces. All right guys, so we're gonna make a few more of these sets, but I'm gonna get the drone up and I'll show you the kind of the intersection point. And you know, this is still one of those deals where you need to set on sign. We were just talking coming down here, and you know, you don't make a set that's not on sign either, right? No. There's no point in it. You need to make sets that are on sign, and this is no different here. So anyway, we'll get the drone up here, and I'll show you this quick. All right, y'all, so we got the drone up here. You can see Cody moving around right there, and I want to show you the location that he picked here. So I'll just kind of pan around here, and you can see we've got just a little block of timber just right there. Got a drainage ditch going out there. We'll pan around just a little bit here. We're kind of in a low area of 2 fields. You can see we've got a big drainage right there, and a little bit of a crop change. And I'll pan the camera right down, and we've almost got a field entrance road, and we are right there at the intersection. You can see me waving my hand right there. And I'll walk over right here. You can see right here is where the set is. So just a perfect location here. We've got a lot going on for us here to help, and these are the locations that we're looking for. Obviously we set on sign, but these are the travel ways. these are travel ways that these critters are using. So anyway, good set, good location, and I'm sure Cody will be sending me a picture of a coyote in this set for too long. All right, y'all, so we got another set here. Cody's putting it in just over there. I'll fly the drone over and you guys can see, but let me pan real quick here. So we are just off the road. We're off the road. He's probably off the road a good 80 yards or so. Just an old field road. And the field road intersects this drainage ditch that's coming out of a big creek bottom down there. So a lot going on. We just actually walked through there and we found coyote sign. We found coyote sign right along the edge. Now once again, guys, this is kind of repeating the same thing, but this is a simple situation here. We're playing the prevailing wind, so he's sitting on the northwest side of this drainage ditch so he can catch all of it. We're setting on sign. He's going to use a hay set like he likes to use because it's super weatherproof. We had a 1/4 inch of ice last night. We've got big rain coming in this evening, so it's super simple and super effective. We'll drive over him right now. There's the aerial view he's got. He's got his traps bedded in there. You can see the drainage ditch. He's gonna collect a little bit of the grass from the ditch and use that for his bedding rather than the straw. And away we are. Another set in. All right, so Cody was busy making this set while I was playing with my drone. But anyway, this is the view, kind of more ground level. Here you can see right off this drainage ditch field exchange. It's a variation change in elevation. It's something that these coyotes are going to follow. We've got coyote sign right set on sign, and he's made this hay set here. You can see 2 traps again, and this time he just pulled some of the natural grass here out of this drainage ditch, and I'm going to use that same technique. Kind of makes a little bowl, low depression to cover up the traps. It's a natural yet still eye appeal looking set, is what I would call it. You know, the hay sets, they kind of stand out. This one here, it definitely stands out, but you know, it's just right off the edge of this field here. And this is your go-to set. Everybody has their own go-to sets, and you know, you're probably like me, you use that KISS method more than anything. Just keep it simple, stupid.
Yep.
Whatever works, keep going with, and don't change it up. And this is obviously working because Cody's caught 60 coyotes this year off of doing just this, guys. So
yep.
What works for him can definitely work for you. And like I said, the biggest advantage to this set, you know, and a few others among that, but the biggest advantage to this set, guys, is the weatherproofness of it. You're going to leave these sets out, you know, for a couple weeks at least, and you know, very low maintenance sets here, and you don't have to deal with you know, freeze, thaw, rain. It's a pretty weatherproof set here. It's a good looking set. I want to kind of emphasize, guys, if you all are going to try this, definitely, you can see how big and pronounced he's making this area, right? And I think that's one of the important things, right? When you say, Cody, if you're going to try this, you need to have, don't just have one clump of grass.
Right.
You know, you need a good spread out area where as that coyote approaches it, he's going to feel comfortable coming into, you know, this disturbance rather than just one big clump of grass. You can see right there, right where his hand is. See, guys, that's the lowest point of that whole set right there, and that's probably a good 1.5 to 2 inches low. I think that's another very important thing, you know, to get those get those coyotes completely committed. You know, they need to be putting that pressure on that low spot. That's a good looking set. It's a good looking set. To me, I mean, it kind of mimics, if you want to say it mimics something, a big straw bale or root rod mouse or something's dug into and living in. I mean, that's exactly what it looks like. And if I can find the picture, I'll throw a picture up of this exact thing that I found in a cattle pasture this summer. You know, so this is a very realistic situation. All right, what were you saying?
I just always drive my stake up here.
Okay.
Where if they find it, they're gonna be digging it. You can see the chain sticking out there a little bit.
Yeah.
And so if they step on that and go to digging, well, they're probably gonna get caught in one of these traps.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And I guess another good thing with 2 traps, if he goes to digging at this one, he's liable to get in this one.
Get in that one. Yeah, so check your laws, guys. Check your state laws and make sure you can set 2 traps. But you know, definitely 2 traps is better than 1. And like you said, if they get to digging or walking around it, you know, you've definitely got a 50% better rate of catching them. So another thing I want to emphasize, guys, I got a lot more time to think about this since I'm not having to do it all. But this is what we're setting on. This is what we came up and looked for. Cody's he hasn't set this area yet, so we got out, we started looking around, and you know, this is the stuff that we're looking for. Right now, it's been frozen, it's thawed around. This is not super fresh sign, but it's sign, and you can see right there. Those are coyote tracks right there. There's actually 2 sets of them. And that's what we're looking for. That's what we're setting on sign. We know the animals are here. If there's not, we're not gonna set. All right, so we're at another location here, and I'm gonna pan the camera around, and I want to show you. We're looking for areas that these coyotes are traveling. As you guys can see, this is a pretty wide open country here, right? So what we're looking for is pinch points. You know, you're just not gonna set a set right out in the middle of that field, expect to catch coyotes. You want to get them where they're traveling. So I'll pan the camera around, and as you can see, we are on the biggest area. There's a truck about 75 yards away, and I'll just finish panning the camera around. But this is the only feature change for about a half a mile. That tree line way over there is probably half a mile away. Same thing down there. We are in the only feature change here, and it's this grass field road. And what it does is it connects that big timber area down there, and you can see it, just grass field road. It intersects the main rock road there, and then it goes on down past his truck and intersects another creek or something. There's a bunch of timber back there. So this is a great intersection point here. You know, you have to remember, a lot of times these coyotes will run these rock roads too. They'll use those, so don't forget about them. So we've got an intersection point. We found coyote sign, and Cody's gonna put in a straw set here. You can see it's gonna blend in pretty nice. He's putting it right on sign. He's probably covering up coyote tracks as he's digging his trap bed. So these coyotes are gonna come down this road from whatever direction, and they're gonna run right into his set. All right, so he's digging his trap beds. We're gonna turn you on go fast mode there, and I'm gonna let it play, and he's gonna knock in this next set here. All right, so while he covers up that straw set there, you know, we were just talking, and obviously we're getting later in the season and stuff, and you guys know that I use a lot of waxed dirt, but there's an investment to that waxed dirt. There's an investment in not only money, I mean, it's kind of expensive to make, and time. It takes some doing to do it, make enough waxed dirt to do something with. And like we were talking, this is a great option if you don't want to have to mess with waxed dirt. Go get you a couple bales of straw, hay, grass, whatever, and you know, you kind of more or less getting the same effectiveness out of it. This is just as weatherproof as using waxed dirt, just without the cost and time. And like I said, we caught one coyote. You guys will see, we caught one coyote off his line this morning. You guys will see that in another video, but I want to emphasize that these sets work. You know, Cody's caught 60 coyotes this year off of doing just this exact same thing. And I can tell you, you know, being in our area, 60 coyotes, that's something to be proud of. You know, there's not a lot of guys that can do it. So, you know, obviously these are the sets that work, and you know, he's pretty good at what he does. So, like always, make that big openness. You know, if you are gonna do this, definitely spread out the love with the straw and the hay. Make them coyotes feel comfortable to come approach this. All right, y'all, so there you have it. Very effective, very simple set to make. And you know, the beauty of these hay sets, grass sets, whatever you want to call them, is the fact that they work in a lot of inclement weather. And Cody proved this year. So anyway, just to kind of wrap up, so Cody ended up catching, he had a season total of 74 coyotes, which, you know, for being on a 24-hour check in Illinois it's very impressive. You know, I got to give the guy props. Very, very impressive. So anyway, definitely check out the sets. That was his primary set that he ran through the entire length of the season. Cody ran an average of about 25 set locations a day. That's how he managed to catch those 74 coyotes. So, you know, he stayed with it all through the season, and 74 coyotes in a 24-hour check in Illinois, that's very impressive. So anyway, just to show you these sets work, I'll throw in a couple of clips that Cody sent me. One actually is 2 days after I was with him down that last 2-track road. Caught a nice coyote in that. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to give a huge shout out to Cody for putting up with me. You know, I can tell Cody's the kind of guy that, you know, he gets in and out, gets stuff done. And, you know, whenever you just show up and shove a camera in somebody's face and says, here, do this, it's kind of intimidating, number one. And not only that, it just kind of throws you off your game, right? I think he understands now how long it actually takes to make these videos, you know, whenever you got to set the camera up, and then you had to deal with me and my drone and everything else. So anyway, Cody, I appreciate you working with me, man. Look forward to having you in future videos. So anyway, guys, enjoy these last couple of clips from Cody from catching these coyotes. As always, if you'd enjoy this video, definitely help me out. Hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. I do these type of videos all winter long, and you know, I had an awesome time joining somebody else on the line. I think this is something I'm definitely going to have to incorporate into this channel in the future. So enjoy these last couple of clips, guys. We'll see you on the next video.
Here's number 61 down this grass road here. Stu showed you some footage here of making this set, and we had a lot of rain yesterday and the night before, and it produced. So give it a try. Tight chains. Number 62 here. Another straw set. Took a big rain. Got a nice deep catch on them. They're working.